Hey guys, it's Go Play Outside, back with another K-9 video. So, turns out after you left the street that had the Blood Moon Pokemon, you end up heading towards the cafe. When you go to the cafe, turns out sorry for saying turns out, but that's the only thing I can really say. You go to the cafe, but there is Team Blisterglunts attacking the manager of the place, and when you see that they're attacking the manager, you decide to engage in a double battle. And yes, they have new Pokemon now, so guess that's my thing. And yes, so they send out two new Pokemon, Baylor and Trickstack. Sorry for pausing there, just fixing my camera. Anyways, so moving on from that, I have a reference right here from a show called Amphibia, and this is basically a Sprig Pokemon. Here is Dribbit, a water grass type. It is straight up Usopp, but as a Pokemon too, because of that slingshot. But yeah, basically just Sprig as a Pokemon. Nothing else. Anyways, you decide, but you end up defeating Sprig, and the Team Blisterglunts skedaddle and end up leaving behind a Pokeball that has a new Pokemon in it. Here is Rocklusta, a fairy rock type. Based on a Nerd's Gummy Cluster. This thing literally looks cute, but it's straight up rock. It's like a hard candy Pokemon. Anyways, it has an evolution that I'll show later in the video. Moving on, you end up going into the bakery, and the manager and or Elite Four member, former Elite Four member, drops your meal on accident and spills it on the floor. So she decides to have a double battle, or not double battle, but like a regular Pokemon battle, and if you beat her, she pays for your meal. So yeah, this Pokemon I'll tell you about later, and I like the design of Muska. And yeah, turns out some lore here. Muska can make her own Pokemon with just dough and some sort of reality warping crystal thing. So yeah, it's basically just her creating her own Pokemon. And moving on, she sends out her new Convergent Porygon form. Here is Cornigon, the candy corn Pokemon, a fairy normal type. This is based on the candy corns that you'd find in your average dollar store or regular store. It's basically a Halloween candy Pokemon that I missed out on the Halloween party video. And you end up defeating it, and she sends out her next Pokemon, which is an evolution to Komala from Alola. Like a regional evolution. Here is Cinnamala, the cinnamon Pokemon, a fairy ground type. This is based on a sloth, not even a koala. It's just a giant koala / sloth Pokemon that I decided to make, and I ended up making this. It's pretty chill, I'd say, like design wise, but it's like probably my least favorite of the video. I can redesign them if I wanted to. And yeah, she sends out her next Pokemon, which is the evolution to Rocklusta. Here is Mawbreaker, the hard candy Pokemon, a fairy fighting type. This thing is literally a Glaggle from Glaggleland as a Pokemon. What is this? It's supposed to be a Jawbreaker with a face, but that's all I can say about it. And it just looks mid. I do like the name though. Anyways, moving on, she sends out an evolution to an already existing Pokemon called Fwentwhy from the Candy Mimic Pokemon video. And its evolutions right here. Here is Voltato, the potato Pokemon, a fire rock type. It's a straight up potato zombie volcano Pokemon based on the Blue Terror from Big City Greens. Its shiny is literally like dark blue because of the Blue Terror thing, and it's basically Blue Terror Pokemon. I like this. I like this pretty good. Wait a minute, hold up. Some lore here. It was literally based on a beta design for Pokemon that I was going to add to the region called Tatum, and I just decided to remake it as Voltato. And yes, this thing looks kind of cool. It was meant to be a potato zombie, but I just decided to make it like this for some reason. And yes, its eyes are melting because of lava eyes. Anyways, moving on to Muska's second to final Pokemon before she ultimate distorts. Here is Sweetpuff, the Baker Pokemon, a pure fairy type. Sweetpuff is basically the average maid Pokemon, and it's based on freaking strawberry shortcake. What is this? My second to least favorite design of the video is this, probably, besides Mawbreaker, because this thing looks kind of cute, but doesn't look any better than Surpuff itself. So I just decided to make it like this, based on Nurse Joy herself. Anyways, moving on. She sends out her final Pokemon, which is an Ultra Beast Pokemon based on the Feel Better Butter Biscuits from Big City Greens. And yes, this is Bischiff, the Poisoning Pokemon, a Poison Fairy type. Alright, so I decided to make a Dex entry for this since I made the Pokemon a long time ago and just remade it now. It's basically a Butter Biscuit Pokemon, which I think either is mid or fine for an Ultra Beast anyway. Turns out, some lore, it's an Ultra Beast that appeared inside Muska's kitchen and ended up getting getting caught by Muska herself to use in battle. So here's some lore on Bischiff. Bischiff, aka UB Stale, are troublemaking Pokemon that like to pull tricks on trainers by jumping into their mouths to give them food poisoning. This thing literally gives people food poisoning inside their mouths and then jumps out of their mouths in order to give them food poisoning. Yeah, this thing is either weird or straight up, like, diabolical. Look at this thing. This thing looks kind of cute, and then it just food poisoned people because it's a stale bagel-like Pokemon. Anyways, it was hard battle, but you end up defeating Bischiff, and Muska sends out her final Pokemon, or not final Pokemon, but she ultimate distorts with 2 of her Pokemon and some random Pokemon around the bakery to become this. Muska, Ultimate Destroyer form. This thing is based on the Miley Cyrus song Wrecking Ball. You know, the I came in like a wrecking ball song, that one. Yeah, it's based on that and also a real wrecking ball. And yes, she can swing into enemies and or opponent Pokemon to knock them out. And yes, she fused with Bischiff, Mawbreaker, Surpuff, Alcremie, and Frostic. Also herself too to make this. And yeah, that's basically the one ultimate distorted form of the video. And there was supposed to be a rival battle in this, but I did not have time to make any other Pokemon, so this is all we get for now. So, you end up defeating Muska, she reverts back to her old self and pays you for the meal. And you end up leaving the cafe. Also, I forgot to tell y'all, but Kerncoon evolves into Mazepede, a grass bug type. Yeah, basically Mazepede looks like this. It's a corn worm centipede thing. And that's all I can really say about it for now. And yeah, it's basically kind of cute, yet kind of weird at the same time. And yeah, I made this with Kerncoon or Kurnikun a long time ago. Anyways, that's the final Pokemon for the video, and as you move away from the bakery, you end up getting a call from Ricky and Millie, who say that there's a circus in town, and end up being there trying to meet you, the viewer. You end up walking towards the circus, and all that stuff will be for the next video. Thank you guys for watching, and I am glad that I was able to make this video despite me having like nasal drainage and stuff. So yeah, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video. Bye.